What if I told you there's a Toy Story movie Pixar will never make? Not because it's a bad idea, but because it's way too dark. I'm talking about an adult Sid Phillips spin-off movie. This is just a fun idea I had. Obviously, Pixar will probably never make this movie, so don't take any of this too seriously. This is just me having some fun and sharing a crazy Toy Story spin-off idea I came up with. Let's start with this. Before anyone says it, I know a lot of people believe that the garbage man in Toy Story 3 is Sid. But for this theory to make sense, we're going to have to say that was not Sid. Instead, imagine Sid grew up somewhere else, still haunted by what happened on that day in Toy Story 1, seeing all his toys coming to life in his own backyard. Now he's trying to convince the world that toys are alive. Think about it. You were a kid. One day, every toy you had suddenly came to life in your own backyard. Not only did they come to life, they knew your name, they stared at you, they chased you, they terrified you, and somehow they all worked together. No one would ever recover from that. From Sid's perspective, his entire understanding of reality was shattered in one afternoon. Everyone else would just assume it's his big imagination, but Sid knows what he saw. So now for this movie, we'll fast forward 20 or so years later. Sid is now an adult. He isn't blowing up toys anymore. Instead, he's observing them and trying to prove that they are alive. His apartment is covered in newspaper clippings, photos, drawings, maps, strings connecting different sightings all across the world. There are pinboards everywhere. Every strange toy story, every unexplained event, every security camera glitch, he connects it all. His whole life has become one giant investigation, almost like a conspiracy theorist. Sid starts a YouTube channel. Every week he posts videos proving that toys are alive. For example, videos like proof the toys move when you're not looking, toys disappear from shelf caught on camera. He live streams outside toy stores every night. He interviews people who claim they've also seen toys move. He pauses blurry security cam footage frame by frame, trying to prove something moved. Most people think he's completely insane, and news stations interview him just to make a fool out of him. Everyone calls him the toy guy, but he doesn't care because he knows the truth and he wants the world to know the same. Eventually, a small community starts forming. People start emailing him saying, "I thought I was the only one. My teddy bear moved when I was little. My action figures were in a different place every morning. I've seen it too." Some of it is probably made up, but some genuinely happen. Before long, Sid has thousands of followers trying to collect the same evidence. They're uploading videos, taking photos, sharing stories. The internet is divided. Half of the world thinks this is the funniest conspiracy ever. The other half starts wondering, what if he's right? Now imagine the toys from the previous movies. Buzz, Woody, Jessie, Rex, Slinky. They all slowly realize something. Someone is getting closer to discovering their secret. None of the toys but Woody and Buzz know what happened to Sid. They didn't tell Rex, Jessie, or any of them. Woody and Buzz talk about what they should do. Woody feels guilty for breaking the #1 rule as a toy. Woody and Buzz feel obligated to end this once and for all, and don't let him find the truth. Because Sid isn't guessing anymore. He's connecting the dots. Every video gets a little more accurate. Every theory gets closer. He's becoming a real threat. Not because he's evil anymore, but because he's right. The toys aren't fighting a villain. They're trying to protect their biggest secret they've ever kept. Sid sets up dozens of cameras throughout his house. Motion sensors, night vision, everything. He leaves the room. Hours later, nothing happens. He checks the footage, still nothing happens. But after he walks away, we see Woody slowly peek out from behind the shelf. Buzz looks towards one of the cameras. He quietly reaches over and unplugs it. Sid was literally seconds away from proving everything, but the toys outsmarted him again, just like they did when he was a kid. I actually wouldn't want Sid to prove it. He's standing in front of another news camera, trying one last time to convince the world that this is real. People laugh, the interview ends, he walks home alone. Then he sits down on a bench. It's late at night, so it's quite dark outside. Woody is on the bench next to him. He looks over and he's terrified to see Woody again. And that's enough to remind him exactly what he saw as a kid. Everything he saw as a kid comes back to him. He realizes that they can move, but maybe it's better off if he stays quiet. It fades to black. The end. Obviously, Pixar would never make something like this. Toy Story has been a family-friendly franchise, and the idea is definitely darker and more psychological than anything they've done before. But honestly, I think this could make an incredible spin-off. Not necessarily the exact story I came up with, this is kind of like the bones, the starting point, where a story to see an adult Sid and him having to deal with those terrible memories as a kid and seeing how it really affected him, learning the truth that toys can come to life, is very something interesting I would like to learn about. Honestly, I would love to see what happens if a human finds out that the toys are real and they have a conversation. I kind of want to see what happens there. I think it could be interesting to explore. But I don't think Pixar will ever do that. That's breaking the fundamentals of what made Toy Story. I don't feel like it's only me. I think we all actually wonder what actually happened to Sid after Toy Story. Because he experienced something terrifying as a kid. Like, how could you ever move on from that? I think this could be one of the most interesting and fascinating Toy Story movies they could ever tell. But what do you think? Would you watch an adult Sid spin-off movie? Comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest movie news.